Do you know what the true difference is between those who achieve success and those who stand on the sidelines, watching the rest of the world move toward what they desire most? It's not a matter of luck. It's not about talent. It's not about intelligence or having the best connections. It's not about who you know, or how much you've had. It's about something much deeper, and at the same time, much simpler. Success belongs to only one kind of person: those who persist, no matter the adversity. Look at the great names in history, people like Edison, Carnegie, Disney, Lincoln, Ford, men and women who started with nothing but a dream, a drive for something beyond themselves, and went on to shape the future with their own hands. What did they all have in common? Persistence. They were not the most privileged. They didn't have everything mapped out. But they had one thing that no one could take from them: the willingness to keep going, regardless of how long it took. And that's what you need to understand. Success is not a straight line. It's a journey. A battlefield where the strongest are not necessarily the fastest or the most skilled, but those who refuse to quit. You're not here to be ordinary. You're here to conquer. You're here to break the barriers of mediocrity and transform your life. But you need to understand that this transformation requires more than just desire. It requires perseverance. It requires sacrifice. It requires focus. It requires belief in yourself. Even when the world around you tells you that you've failed, think about it. What would make you give up? What are the excuses you keep hidden away? I don't have time. I don't have the resources. I'm not good enough. What's holding you back? The only reason these thoughts exist is because you're looking at the future through the wrong lens. When you look at success, you see the end, but you don't see the long, hard, winding road that leads there. Persistence is the fuel that keeps the engine of success running. Without it, you will never overcome the obstacles that will stand in your way. All you need to do is keep going. No matter how difficult it gets. No matter how many times you fall. The only thing that matters is your willingness to rise again. To pick yourself up with every blow. To face the challenges head on. To learn from your failures. That's the only thing that can stop your progress. The decision to stop. So ask yourself, what's stronger in you? Your will to quit, or your will to win? The road to success is not glamorous. It's not a parade of flowers or a path lined with red carpets. It's a road full of thorns. But remember, every thorn you encounter is a test. A test to see if you're truly committed to what you want. Success only comes to those who show they are worthy of it. And how do you prove that? With persistence. Persistence in your vision, persistence in your action, persistence in your discipline. When you keep your vision clear, your steps firm, and your mind unshakable, nothing can stop you. Now, the mind is where it all starts. Success is a direct reflection of what you think. Your beliefs determine what you can achieve. If you believe it's possible, then it will be. If you believe it's not, then it never will be. The human mind is the most powerful tool at your disposal. It can create anything you imagine, but it can also destroy everything you build if you don't control it. Imagine for a moment. You stand in front of the mirror and see the person you truly want to be. You see success, fulfillment, freedom. You feel it, not just in your mind, but in your heart, in your body. Now, ask yourself, what's missing for this to become reality? What do you still need to do? What are you willing to sacrifice for this vision to come true? Because that's the only question that matters. It's not about what you want. It's about what you're willing to do to get it. Success is not given to those who only dream. Success is given to those who act. But action needs to be more than just movement. It needs to be purposeful action. Action with clarity. You can't just rush in any direction and expect everything to fall into place. Persistence without clarity is like rowing against the current. You might make some movement, but you'll be moving further away from where you actually want to be. Clarity is the sail that guides the boat of persistence. Without it, you'll be lost in life's storms. So stop for a moment. Take a deep breath. Look at where you are now. Ask yourself, do I know exactly where I'm going? Do I have a clear vision of what I want to achieve? Or am I just reacting to life, without a plan, without direction? If you don't have a clear answer, then your journey begins now. You need a vision, a mission, something bigger than yourself. Something that makes you get out of bed every day and fight. Something that makes you continue when everyone around you is quitting. Success is about vision, and your vision needs to be bigger than yourself. It needs to be so big, so clear, so irresistible, that nothing will stop you. And then, after vision comes action. Consistent action. Not a burst of energy followed by weeks of procrastination. Success demands that you move every single day, relentlessly, toward your goal. This doesn't mean you can't rest. This doesn't mean you'll never fail. It means that every time you fall, you'll rise again with even more strength. Every mistake, every defeat, will only teach you to be more resilient. Because true victory is in continuing. No matter how hard the road becomes, this is the test you will face. Every step you take will be a test. Like a student moving from one grade to the next, every difficulty will be an opportunity to grow, to learn, to improve. You will discover a strength within you that you never knew existed. You will look at your fears and realize they're nothing but shadows created by your mind. When you face adversity with courage, when you persist when everyone around you is quitting, you become unstoppable, and along this path, one thing will become clearer and clearer: gratitude. Not just for what you've achieved, but for the journey itself. Because every step, every moment of pain, every challenge you've overcome, has brought you to this point. Gratitude for what you've learned, for the people who've crossed your path, for the obstacles that V-shaped you. When you learn to be grateful for everything, the victories and the defeats, you unlock a powerful force within you. A force that drives you even further, and as you move forward, always holding on to faith in your vision, you'll notice one thing: success is not something you reach, but something you become. It's not a finish line. It's a continuous transformation. Success is not something outside of you. It's already within you, waiting to be awakened. All you need to do is persist until it rises. Persist until your true greatness is revealed, because the truth about success is simple, but hard to accept. It belongs only to those who persist. To those who refuse to quit, even when the whole world is telling them there's no hope left. To those who, despite everything, continue climbing the mountain, step by step, until they finally touch the summit. And then they realize that the summit isn't the end. The summit is just the beginning of a new journey. So persist, because you're closer than you think. And in the end, what you'll discover is that success is not a destination. Success is a journey, and only those who persist until the end will achieve what is truly possible. And as you continue to climb, step by step, through the hardships, the setbacks, and the moments of doubt, you'll come to realize something profound. The real victory is not in reaching the top, but in who you become on the way there. The person you're shaping yourself into as you rise above the challenges. The character you're building, the resilience you're cultivating, the unshakable belief in your own power that no one can ever take away from you. Success isn't just about the wealth you accumulate or the titles you earn. It's about the man or woman you forge in the fire of adversity. It's about the unbreakable spirit that refuses to be crushed, the relentless will that pushes through when every part of you wants to give up. It's about waking up every morning with the determination to move forward, even if the road ahead is uncertain. It's about knowing deep in your bones that you are capable, that you are worthy, that you are destined for greatness, and nothing can stop you. You see, when you persist, something remarkable happens. The world around you begins to shift. The obstacles that once seemed insurmountable now appear as mere stepping stones. The challenges that once seemed to paralyze you become lessons, opportunities for growth. And as you move, as you climb, others will begin to notice. They'll see the fire in your eyes, the determination in your stride. They'll see the unwavering belief you have in your mission, in your vision, in yourself. But the truth is, success is not just about proving others wrong. It's about proving to yourself that you were right all along. That your dreams, your vision, were not just fantasies. They were a blueprint of what was always meant to be. You have within you everything you need to succeed. Every tool, every skill, every resource, is already inside of you, waiting to be unlocked, and this is where the magic happens. As you persist, as you push forward in the face of doubt and fear, you begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You begin to attract the right people, the right circumstances, the right events into your life. The universe responds to your persistence, to your unwavering commitment. The doors that once seemed closed begin to open. The path that once seemed dark and uncertain now shines with a clarity that was always there, waiting for you to notice it. But remember this: persistence isn't about blind stubbornness. It's about knowing when to adapt, when to adjust, and when to keep moving forward with faith. The road to success isn't just about going forward no matter what. It's about understanding when to pivot, when to learn, and when to refine your approach. It's about being flexible in your methods but unwavering in your commitment to your goal. this is where resilience comes in. Resilience isn't about avoiding failure, it's about learning to bounce back stronger after each fall. It's about knowing that every setback is just a setup for a greater comeback. Each failure you face brings you closer to your goal because it teaches you something invaluable, something you couldn't have learned any other way. Failure doesn't define you, it refines you. The most successful people in history didn't reach the top because they were perfect. They reached the top because they kept going when others would have quit. They kept learning when others would have given up. They kept pushing forward when everyone around them told them it was hopeless. They persisted through the failures, through the rejections, through the pain. They refused to let anything, not even their own doubts, stand in their way. They knew one thing: if they kept going, they would eventually reach their destination, and this is the truth about success. Success is the result of a decision. The decision to persist. The decision to keep going when every part of you screams to stop. The decision to rise again after every fall. The decision to never quit on yourself, no matter how hard the journey gets. It's a decision to make the pursuit of your vision non-negotiable. It's a decision to believe in your potential even when you can't see the way forward. And once you make that decision, once you commit to that unshakable belief, nothing can stand in your way. You may not know it yet, but you are already on the path. Each step you take, each moment you persist, brings you closer to your success. You are already winning, because every day you get back up, every day you push forward, you are shaping the future you want. The world may not see it yet, but you are becoming the person who will change everything. You are becoming the person who will achieve things that others thought were impossible. So, don't be afraid to fall. Don't be afraid to face setbacks. Don't be afraid to fail. These are the very things that will forge your success. These are the lessons that will lead you to the top. Every failure, every challenge, every moment of doubt is a stepping stone on the path to your greatness. Embrace them, learn from them, and then, keep going, because at the end of the day, success isn't about how many times you win, it's about how many times you get back up. It's about the persistence to keep moving forward, no matter what. It's about the unwavering belief that no matter how hard the road gets, you will reach the top. And when you do, you will look back and see that the journey, with all its challenges, was worth every step. Now, look ahead. The summit is closer than you think. The future you've always dreamed of is waiting. All you have to do is continue. Persist. Keep going. Because the truth is, only those who persist will reach the top. Only those who refuse to quit will see their dreams realized. And when you reach that pinnacle, when you finally stand at the top of your mountain, you will know one thing: you didn't just achieve success. You became it. As you stand at the peak, looking out over the vast expanse of all that you've conquered, the world beneath you will appear different. The struggles, the doubts, the moments of fear, they will seem distant, like shadows that once loomed large but now seem small in comparison to the strength you've built. But even in that moment of triumph, you will know the most powerful truth of all: this is not the end. This is only another beginning. You see, success is not a destination. It's a journey that evolves. The goals you set today will be surpassed by even greater dreams tomorrow. You will continue to grow, to stretch, to reach new heights. The victory is in the constant progression, the continuous movement toward the best version of yourself. The climb never truly stops, because once you reach the top, you'll have the vision and the will to go further, to set new, higher goals. The top you thought was your end is merely a new foundation for an even greater ascent. The most successful people, those who are truly successful, understand that this journey is never about resting on your laurels. It's about using each success as fuel for the next challenge. It's about being forever dissatisfied with mediocrity. It's about always striving for something greater, something more, something that will push you to evolve into the next version of yourself. The key to success is not in winning, but in the relentless pursuit of what's possible, of what's next. This is why the journey doesn't end when you make it. You never make it. You simply keep pushing the limits of what you can achieve, transforming your vision into something grander, something more meaningful. Every challenge, every failure, every victory becomes a part of your story, a story that inspires others to take that first step, to climb their own mountains. And in the midst of that, in the quiet moments when you reflect on how far you've come, you will see the real lesson. Success was never about the destination, it was about who you became along the way. Success is in your character, your values, your discipline, your strength. It's in the resilience you developed and the lessons you've learned. It's in the person you are now, standing tall, unshaken by the storms that once threatened to destroy you. Now, think about the people around you, the ones who watch you as you rise. They see your success, but they don't see the battles. They don't see the nights you stayed up when everyone else was sleeping. They don't see the sacrifices you made, the tears, the sweat, the moments when you thought it was all too much to bear. They only see the result. But you know the truth. You know what it took. You know that the journey itself, the persistence, the never-ending drive to keep going, is what created the success they now admire. And that is your greatest power, the ability to inspire others to take the first step on their own journey. The power of persistence is contagious. When you push through the hard times, when you keep going, when you refuse to quit, you show others what's possible. You show them that success is not reserved for the lucky, the gifted, or the fortunate. Success is for the determined, the relentless, the ones who are willing to endure. When you persist, you create a ripple effect that can change not only your life but the lives of everyone around you. Now, consider this. You might not have all the answers right now. You might not know exactly how your path will unfold. You might not have everything figured out, but you know one thing. Success is yours if you keep moving, if you keep striving, if you keep persisting. The journey is long, but you are never alone. You are part of a long tradition of those who dared to believe, who dared to fight, and who never stopped, no matter how impossible the journey seemed. The truth is, success belongs to those who keep going. Success belongs to those who push through the hard days, the failures, the doubts, and the fears. Success belongs to those who see the impossible and say, I will make it possible. Success belongs to those who do not settle for what they have, but instead reach for what they could become. And now, you're on that path. You've taken the first step, and there's no turning back. Because once you start on the journey of persistence, once you commit to the long road ahead, there's no limit to what you can achieve. The only limits are the ones you place on yourself. So, remember this truth as you move forward. Success is not given. It is earned. And it is earned by those who persist. Those who rise every time they fall. Those who keep moving even when the road is unclear. Those who believe in themselves even when others do not. Success is not about perfection. It is about persistence. And persistence will always bring you to the top. You are capable. You are worthy. You are destined for greatness. The only thing left for you to do is persist. Keep going. Because in the end, only those who persist will reach the top. And when you do, you will realize that the climb was worth every step. When you finally stand at the top, gazing out over the expanse of everything you've accomplished, there will be a moment of quiet realization. You'll see the countless moments that led you here, the sleepless nights, the doubts, the sacrifices, the failures, and the small victories. All of it brought you to this point. And in that moment, you'll understand that success was never about the destination. It was about the transformation, the person you became in the process. You will realize that success is not just the tangible results, the wealth, or the fame. It's the depth of character, the strength of spirit, the fortitude you've developed. It's about knowing that no matter how high you rise, you will always continue to climb. You'll keep setting new goals, pursuing new dreams, because you now know that the journey is where the true magic lies. The road will never be easy, but you will never fear it again, because you have learned the power of persistence. But even as you look back on how far you've come, you will know that your journey is far from over. You are part of something greater than just yourself. You are part of a legacy, a lineage of people who refused to be bound by circumstances, who rejected mediocrity, who fought through every obstacle until they reached their goal. And now, you must carry that legacy forward. It's your responsibility to not only reach the top but to extend a hand to those who are still climbing, still fighting, still persevering. The success you've achieved, the strength you've built, is meant to inspire others, to show them what's possible, to give them the courage to keep going when the world tells them to stop. You are no longer just an individual on a journey. You are a beacon of hope for those who are still looking for their way. Your persistence has already begun to change the lives of others, whether you realize it or not. And in that way, your journey will never truly be finished. So, ask yourself now, what will your legacy be? What will you leave behind for the next generation of dreamers and doers? Will they look to you as a symbol of what is possible when one refuses to quit, when one never settles for less than their best? Will they see in you the embodiment of persistence and believe that, just like you, they too can overcome anything that stands in their way? The road to success has always been, and will always be, defined by those who are willing to persist. The ones who refuse to let fear or failure dictate their future. The ones who continue when everyone else falls off. The ones who push past every single barrier that life puts in their path. If you are reading this, you are one of them. You are one of the persistent few who will rise to the top. And you will do so not because you are lucky, not because you are flawless, but because you are relentless. So now, take this truth with you: success is a choice. It is a decision to rise every day and keep moving toward your dreams, no matter how hard it gets. It is a decision to remain committed, no matter how many times you fall. It is a decision to never give up, to never quit, to never stop believing in your vision. Success belongs to those who persist. Period. And as you move forward, remember, persistence doesn't always look glamorous. It's not about making headlines every day or getting instant results. Persistence is about quietly doing the work when no one is watching. It's about staying true to your mission, even when the world tries to make you doubt it. It's about making the decision to not let setbacks define you, but to let them fuel your determination to keep going. Every small act of persistence, every moment you choose to stay focused, gets you one step closer to your dream. You are on the right path. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, you are exactly where you need to be. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity to grow stronger. Every failure is a lesson, every setback a step forward. With every breath you take, you are moving closer to your ultimate success. So keep going, keep climbing, keep persisting. When you reach the top, and you will look back on your journey and realize that every moment of pain, every moment of doubt, every moment of struggle was worth it. Because you didn't give up, you didn't quit, you kept going. And in that moment, you will know something that few will ever understand: you didn't just achieve success, you became it. You are the living proof that persistence is the key that unlocks the door to everything you've ever wanted. Success belongs to those who persist. And you, my friend, are one of those who will make it to the top. The climb is long, the journey hard. But now, you know that the only thing that truly matters is your decision to never stop. Keep going, and the top will be yours. Because the truth is this: only those who persist reach the top. And you are one of them. So, as you take that next step, remember that the journey is still unfolding. The path is long, but each step you take is a declaration. You're not just moving through time, you're crafting a legacy. Each effort, each sacrifice, and each ounce of sweat that you pour into your mission creates a powerful ripple effect. The energy you exert doesn't disappear. It transforms, it compounds, it multiplies, and it circles back to you in ways you can't even begin to predict. As you move forward, you'll encounter more doubts, more challenges, more roadblocks that test your resolve. But you'll also encounter moments of clarity, of wisdom, of understanding that this is precisely how the process works. Success, true success, is built on the foundation of persistence. It is the quiet determination to keep going when the rest of the world has lost hope. It's in the grit, in the daily grind, in the decision to not give up even when the path is steep, narrow, and the end is unclear. And here's where the real magic happens: when you stop focusing on the destination and start focusing on the journey. The beauty of persistence is that it pulls you into the present moment. It trains you to fall in love with the process, with the small wins, with the growth you experience every single day. You'll begin to realize that it's not about what you achieve, but who you become along the way. You will evolve, as your mind, your heart, and your spirit grow stronger and more resolute with every challenge you face. The truth is, most people never make it to the top because they stop halfway. They stop when it gets hard, when they encounter their first obstacle, when the weight of the climb becomes too heavy. They stop because they fail to see that the difficulties are not the end, they are the means to an even greater success. Every time you rise above adversity, you carve out a deeper level of strength within yourself, one that can't be shaken by anything the world throws your way. You might look at those who've already made it to the top and wonder, what's different about them? Why did they succeed when others failed? The answer is simple: persistence. They didn't give up when things got hard. They chose to keep going. They chose to believe in themselves, even when they had no reason to. They chose to stand tall, even when they felt like falling. And that choice, to never quit, was the difference between success and failure. They understood that the climb is never easy, but it is always worth it. The climb is not just a physical journey, but a mental and emotional one as well. Every time you decide to push past the pain, every time you face your fears and press on, you grow. You evolve. You transcend your limitations. You become a force to be reckoned with. You become the embodiment of persistence, and that alone is what separates those who achieve from those who do not. Now, as you face the days ahead, you must embrace the journey with open arms. Know that every step is part of a greater story. Every challenge is an opportunity to become stronger, more resilient, more capable. And when you look back on this journey one day, you will see that it was never about the destination. It was about the person you became. It was about the choices you made. It was about the relentless commitment to your vision, to your purpose, and to your belief in yourself. So, as you continue, let every setback, every challenge, every failure fuel your determination to keep going. Know that no matter what comes your way, you are more than capable of handling it. You have within you the strength, the will, and the heart to rise above anything life throws at you. The top is waiting for you, and the only thing that can stop you is your own decision to quit. And I know you will not quit. You will not stop until you reach the summit. You've made it this far, and that proves something powerful. You have the courage, the resolve, and the persistence to go the distance. You have the will to fight for your dreams, to fight for your vision, and to fight for the life you know you are capable of living. The climb may not be easy, but you are more than equipped to make it. With each step, with each ounce of persistence, you're closer to everything you've ever wanted. So, continue this journey with unshakable faith. Continue with the knowledge that success is not a matter of chance, it is a matter of choice. A choice to persist, a choice to push forward, a choice to never stop. And in that choice, you will find your power, your purpose, and your place at the top, because the truth is clear: only those who persist reach the top. Only those who refuse to quit, to surrender, to let go of their dreams, will find their way to the pinnacle. And you, my friend, are one of those people. Keep going, keep climbing, because the summit is waiting, and it belongs to you.